volunteering totally, I would say, for almost 60 years.
Members of Cupertino often enjoy giving back to the community through the form of volunteering. Some volunteers begin during retirement, while others have spent their whole lives volunteering. Sharon Blaine, a current volunteer at the Cupertino Historical Society, hopes to help others learn more about the history of Cupertino.
My first volunteer kind of job was on the Planning Commission of the city of Cupertino. And Cupertino was developing in the 1980s and 90s. You had the end of the orchards. The internet was being developed. There's a lot of high-tech companies starting. I think we all understood that times were changing.
Bert Lancaster, a pastor at Valley Church, emphasizes the importance of helping others, having come from a disadvantaged background.
I grew up in East Palo Alto. When we moved there, there was nothing there. Our family was very poor, very, very poor. But having done that, not having anything, it came natural that I would go and help somebody else. I started helping people, washing dishes in a coffee shop, what else? And through that, I was helping people who would come in, and I was making, that was a big pay. I think it was $1 an hour, for 25 cents an hour. And people come in and they couldn't afford to eat anything, and I would reach in my pocket, get my quarter out for them. A couple hours that I worked and buy them something or other along the way. And I didn't have anything, they had less than I did, so I'd help them.
Similarly, Jim Walker shares the sentiment of giving back to his community, a trait he learned from his dad.
I grew up in a very modest family in San Carlos. My dad didn't make a lot of money, but he was the best dad that I could have ever had. And we had an old joke at home that if Dad wasn't around for dinner, he was over helping one of the neighbors fix something, a radio or a dishwasher or a washing machine or something. So volunteering and helping people was kind of part of my life. So I always figured that if I wasn't working, I wanted to do something that was worthwhile.
To me, and it's something I think that I was taught by my mother and father, who also volunteered in their communities, Los Angeles, and my grandparents did the same thing. It's something that my family has always done. And it's that you have to give back. You can't just take. And by volunteering in the community, you are supporting the community. And of course, if you want to make a change, you have to participate. You can't just talk. You have to participate. And you try to find a way that we can all work for the betterment of whatever it is you're volunteering for, whatever you're working towards. And being here at the museum and with the Historical Society, I feel it's important to know past because you're going to be making the future. I feel connected. I can feel connected to my community, which gives me a good feeling. I like it. And even when things aren't going the way I would have done it, I still feel I have a voice. I'm not afraid of speaking out. And if the powers that be don't follow my advice, that's okay, I spoke.
I think somebody tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Can you help?" And that led to one, led to another, led to another. And it was not something new to me because I've been volunteering for most of my life. I spend an hour and a half in this room, in the library, every Monday night with a group of people, which we've been helping for 20 years. I spend, in that building over there, I spend another 6, 7, 8 hours a month over there in that building, teaching a class to adults and introducing them to cultures from around the world. And then I also participate as a volunteer, not unpaid, as a pastor here. And that takes me into benevolence, helping people that are financially or have other problems.
And what's your favorite part about volunteering?
Meeting the peoples along the way, helping people along the way, and I like a successful outcome.
As I took leadership roles in Rotary, I had opportunities to travel, to do both medical projects, maybe other humanitarian work, and distributing wheelchairs. Well, last July I was in Guatemala, and we were there visiting a cleft lip and palate surgical team that Cupertino Rotary had put together, and did over 40 operations on children with cleft lip and palates that would not otherwise have been had that kind of corrective surgery. One of the things that I've learned through my experience in volunteering, certainly here in Cupertino, is whatever you do, you get back more. So if you think that you're doing something for others, you find out that you're actually the one that benefits probably the most because of the good feelings, the worthwhile attitude that you have, and
I've done a lot of traveling, and having known people from all over the world has made my mind open to things when I travel. It's made a difference to me because I've known people from different places. The thing I've learned is that people are people. And it just comes down to people are people. And we all have the same needs. We may find different ways of meeting those needs, but we're all the same.